Hallihallo meine Lieben und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact und damit zu Part 2 der Quest. Nein, nicht dies, nein, Jongling, nein. Und zwar zu Part 2 der Quest namens die Quasselstrippe. Nicht nur Yomi kann quasseln, auch Jongling kann reden. Und ja, ich weiß, die Quest heißt nicht so, aber ich habe das Gefühl, wir haben in der letzten Folge nur geredet. Und ich glaube, es wird in dieser Folge nicht besser. Also hol dir einen Tee, hol dir ein paar Kekse oder ein paar Lebkuchen oder was auch immer du zu Hause hast. Von mir aus auch ein paar Selleriestangen, wenn du meinst, du musst das vor Weihnachten haben. Und ja, mach es dir gemütlich. Wie gesagt, ich glaube, es wird nicht besser werden. Ich bin schon zum Dorf Konda gelaufen und jetzt werden wir uns mit dem alten Paar unterhalten, welches wir schon vor uns sehen. Meine Güte. Gut, dass ich nicht quatschen kann, dafür kann es Yomi umso besser. Wir legen also los. Hi, Imatani Kaori und Imatani Saburo, dessen Namen ich garantiert falsch ausgesprochen habe, aber das macht nichts.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya. Come on,
ja,
dear.
das ist die Yoimi.
Take a seat.
Nee, lieber nicht, sonst hört sie nie auf, wenn wir uns hinsetzen. Ach so, wartet, ich muss auf automatisch machen. Eigentlich haben wir uns gerade erst kennengelernt, sie hat mich zugequatscht und jetzt sind wir einfach gemeinsam unterwegs.
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as they came all this way, we locals should give them a warm welcome.
Before I forget, I brought the fireworks that you ordered.
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to us every year. First your father, and now you. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next hair of Naganahara fireworks.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
We aren't as young as we once were, though. The body knows it.
Meiner weiß das auch.
Used to be that
Nur
I
mal
could
so
spend
nebenbei.
all day working the land, carrying water back and forth. But now, even a moment of light work leaves me with all sorts of aches and pains. I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down to get started, I suddenly felt that if I went any further, I wouldn't be able to get back up again.
No worries. Say no more. We'll handle it.
Nee, eben nicht, weil ich kann mich auch nicht mehr bücken mit meinem kaputten Rücken.
We can't be putting
Hallo?
you to work when you're a guest in our home. I'll just go fetch the tea and some snacks, and then we'll continue our conversation.
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once that's out of the way, I'll be sure to come by more often. It's no trouble, really. We don't mind helping.
Nee.
You're such good
Kann mal jemand hierher kommen und mein Geschirr abwaschen? Das tut auch immer ganz schön weh.
He's all grown up now. Hasn't found anyone yet. And he doesn't visit very often. If you're quite sure it's no trouble, then I have some pickled radish here.
Wer will denn eingelegte Radieschen? Hast du keine Kekse oder so? Hallo? Es ist kurz vor Weihnachten. Ich will mich voll futtern mit richtig viel Mist.
So come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first and then deliver the pickled radish.
Okay. Alles klar, hilft dem alten Paar. Ja. Hier, soll ich dich wegknallen? So? Oh ja, so läuft der Hase. Wenn das doch nur immer so einfach wäre. Ja. Hier hätte ich auch bestimmt Super Kasua nutzen können, aber leider habe ich ihn gar nicht. Nicht hier zumindest.
Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now.
Ja, klar. Warte, aber mal, ich muss meinen Rückgrat mal gerade machen. Nach der Arbeit. Guten Tag, Satoru. Hier hast du deinen Rettich, weil du keine Kekse willst. Du komischer Kauz.
Same as usual. Not much has changed. You're looking full of life, as always.
Ja?
Thanks to the support of our loyal customers, the family business just keeps getting better and better. We sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is they were a real hit. So it looks like we'll be getting more business from over there in the future.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure you and Mr. Ryunosuke can manage? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for help.
We should be fine. I think we can cope.
Ja. Wer kann schaffen?
Yeah. This is some pickled radish from Mrs. Imatani.
Ja, leider keine Kekse.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan of pickled radish, would you
Ja,
believe?
siehste, er will Kekse.
Ach,
Ach, jetzt tu mal nicht so. Du magst ihn echt immer noch nicht.
Family staple now.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument, but I guess that's every family ever.
Ja.
Being close to family is better than never getting to see them, even if it does mean putting up with some conflict. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship, but still, they must get lonely with their child never visiting.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way, they won't get so bored.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that, as would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
Ja, dann mal los, ne? Nachdem wir wieder so viele Umwege gemacht haben. Hui. Hello. Ihr steht ja schon bereit. Dann erzählt mal. Ist eh eine Quasselfolge.
Young people are so handy.
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have their strengths.
Ich habe gar nichts von beiden.
Speaking
Aber
of youth,
pst.
do you know what? It's been 50 years this year.
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the time flies. You barely notice as the years go by, but then suddenly 50 years have passed.
50 years since what? Some important day?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago, back in the days when this young lady was still trying to win me over, that...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly smitten and desperately trying to win my affection.
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganahara fireworks show. We've been together ever since.
Ich erzähle euch mal kurz eine kleine Geschichte. Achtung, Input, was nichts mit Genshin zu tun hat. Ihr wisst, ich arbeite ja in einer Zahnarztpraxis und da war letztens auch so ein älteres Paar, auch so ganz niedlich. Sie auch, oh mein Schatz und sowas. Ich weiß immer nicht, ob ich das eklig und gleichzeitig niedlich finden soll, weil es sind halt ältere Leute. Und ihr wisst aber, ich mag sowas auch nicht. Also war ich sowohl angeekelt als auch fasziniert, wie sehr sie sich doch lieb haben. Jedenfalls kam sie dann und sagte so, oh Schatzi, und eine andere Patientin sagte dann so, oh, ja, ihr seid ja süß. Und ich habe dann gesagt, ja, das stimmt. Innerlich wusste ich aber nicht genau, ob ich es wirklich süß finde oder nicht. Aber das spielt ja auch keine Rolle. Und dann sagte die Dame so, ja, wir sind seit 63 Jahren verheiratet. Und wir dann so, oh Mensch, das ist aber wirklich schon eine lange Zeit und so, ne? Und dann sagte er so ganz trocken, naja, ich war ja auch nie zu Hause. Wir haben in dem Wartezimmer, da ist auch gleichzeitig die Rezeption, wir haben gegrölt vor Lachen. Wir haben, ja, gegrölt vor Lachen, ne? Grölen ist Lachen, aber doppelt gemoppelt hält besser. Wir haben so die Praxis zusammengelacht. Und das war einfach absolut niedlich. Da habe ich gesagt, ach, so ist also das, ne? Das ist das Geheimnis. Man darf einfach nur nicht zu Hause sein, ja? Naja, aber ganz Zucker. Sie hat das natürlich auch, ne? Also die machen wohl öfter solche Scherze. Und sie so, oh, ja, naja, besser als so ein Grieskram zu haben. Aber du, mein Schlinge, so nach dem Motto, komm mir mal nach Hause. Ne? Es war so niedlich. Und ich musste gerade an die beiden denken, als ich diese hier gesehen habe. Naja, nur mal so eine kleine Anekdote aus meinem Arbeitsleben, weil zuckersüß. Ja, naja, okay. Also, ich weiß nicht, ob es zuckersüß war. Es ist beides für mich, okay? Okay, wir machen weiter. Herzlichen Glückwunsch an euch beide. Du solltest sehr stolz auf das sein, was du hast. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, dass ihr es miteinander ausgehalten habt.
To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I walked into the Naganahara's shop and ordered my firework. Even as it was rising up into the sky, I still had no clue what I was going to say. But then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her eyes twinkling in the light of the fireworks. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd already said it. And, well, she'd said yes.
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time. In others, it's no time at all. Really, it's just a number. But 50 years of being together? Now that is something worth commemorating.
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd known, I would have made some extra fancy fireworks just for you.
Oh no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same firework every year. It wouldn't be the same without it. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at this age, we still look back with not a single regret.
Ah, what a great relationship they have.
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you busy with the fireworks show coming up? Was there something you needed to discuss?
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to talk about, but here goes.
Yoimiya erzählt dem Ehepaar...
Sakujiro. So he came back.
Huh? You know him?
He was our boy's best friend when they were young. They were inseparable. They grew up together, shared everything with each other, and went everywhere together. But one day, they had a terrible argument.
Sakujiro seemed
Wow,
to
war das
feel
eine
that
dramatische
Inazuma
Pause
was too
gerade.
peaceful and wanted to see what the outside world was like. But our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that there was nothing wrong at all with being peaceful. You know what children are like. They get terribly worked up about these sorts of things. In the end, Sakujiro stormed off, and that was that.
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but he didn't want to talk with us about how he was really feeling. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason, he joined the Tenryou Commission. He rarely comes home anymore.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. But since it's Sakujiro, I don't feel there's any way we can get involved.
What a strange coincidence. Who'd have thought?
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said because of past mistakes and wasn't willing to elaborate. Now I finally understand why he can't decide what to do.
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up to join the Tenryou Commission's Most Wanted list.
Ich denke, das ist Schicksal. Ich hätte es auch nie gedacht. Ja, manchmal hat die Zukunft echt krasse Sachen parat, ne?
Well, no worries. If that's the case, then never mind. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you. This sounds like something for Sakujiro and Keisuke to resolve between themselves.
Yes. It'd be so nice if they could go back to the way things were.
I
Meistens
think
ist es
after
nicht
all
der
these
Fall.
years, they ought to let go of their grudges.
Na dann, was machen wir jetzt?
Can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Okay, bist du fertig mit Reden? Dann kann ich mich nämlich teleportieren. Ich bin ja ein bisschen faul, wie ihr wisst. Dödem, dödem, dödem. Let's go! Oh, hallo, was machst du denn da bitte, Jongling? Das sah ja seltsam aus. So. Klopf, klopf, wer ist da? Deine Mama! Sorry, Leute.
Boy Mia, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryou Commission came by.
Huh? Why? Do they know? Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything.
Papsi! Wehe, die haben dir da was getan. Dann hole ich aber sofort meinen Baseballschläger raus. Ach nee, warte, falsches Spiel. Dann hole ich mein Schwert raus. Oh Mist. Ja, bestimmt, weil er die ganze Zeit draußen stand, letztens. Wuhu.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time to make his mind up. Pops, did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him.
Hast du einen ihrer Namen mitbekommen?
Good point. Names. Reading names. Suddenly showing up like this. Surely it must be Keisuke's doing. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Okay.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at them either. If you're wondering which way they went, they left the city.
Ja, das ist so große Hilfe. Aber wohin?
I didn't hear a thing.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over.
Hallo.
I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. Thanks. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. And even worse, there'll be no coming back from it for Sakujiro. We can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's track them down.
Ja, okay. Let's go. Lauf vor. Ich renne hinterher. Gemeinsam unter dem Feuerwerk. Folge der Straße aus der Stadt heraus, um nach Hinweisen zu suchen. Yo, da sind die kleinen Kiddies. Die wissen bestimmt was. Kinder wissen immer was. Hey. Wo sind sie?
Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai ready yet?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. You can go collect them from my house later.
Aren't you gonna play with us, Yoimiya?
Wir haben keine Zeit. Wir sind schwer beschäftigt.
Sorry. I have something important to do right now. I'll be back later on. But I'll bring you guys some candy next time. Extra sweet candy.
Ich möchte auch Süßigkeiten.
Yay! We're gonna get candy!
Wuhu! Ich will auch Bonbons, aber bitte keine Kaubonbons.
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of scary-looking men come by here at all?
Yep, we did. It looked like they were chasing someone.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
Immer.
No, don't worry. It's all just a big misunderstanding. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play with you after the fireworks start.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you, Yoimiya.
Oh, süße Kiddies.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going.
Alles klar, dann lass uns mal weitergehen.
If still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in.
Okay. Aha, eine Barrikade. Das sieht seltsam aus. Jutentei. Jutentei vor allem mit T. Und ein J.
Sakujiro and Keisuke up ahead, right? We need to talk to them about something.
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting past.
Tja, das glaubst aber auch nur du.
Nuisance. Well, you've only got yourself to blame.
Wir vermöbeln euch jetzt. Oh, ich darf Yumi spielen. Oh, ich hab keine Ahnung, wie man die spielt, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Ich habe sie nie gehabt. Los, Tainari. Ja, Yumi setzt sich nicht ein. Ich weiß, sie ist ultra stark. Oh. Mann! drückt die ganze Zeit R. Ich weiß, sie ist ultra stark. Und, traurig ist tatsächlich, dass sie immer zusammen mit einem Arkon wieder in den Rerun-Banner geht. Und somit haben sie viele gar nicht. Aber sie ist toll. Ich habe einen Kumpel, der hat sie als Main und die knallt einfach alles weg.
You will be punished for your actions. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of the world.
Aha.
Look at that. The one with the loudest mouth had the fastest feet.
Ist ja meistens so.
Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Okay. Dringe weiter vor und finde Sakujiro. Nein! Er liegt da! Los! Baller ihn weg! Ja, mit den Schlappen kann man auch nicht laufen. Sorry, Kumpel. Okay, du bist weggesteppt worden. Ist okay. Es waren nicht die Schuhe.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate, I accept it. I have nothing else to say.
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryou Commission to await your sentencing. The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Oh nein.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this.
Echt mal.
Don't you have anything else to say to one another?
Hey, I know you. You're Naganahara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved in other people's business, but stay out of this. It does not concern you.
Ja doch.
It's okay, Yoimiya.
Wir haben geholfen, das heißt, wir werden auch bestraft.
Then why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave after you got here? I'll tell you why. This is why.
Sorry, Yumi, ich habe eben auf deine Bubis gestarrt.
Ups.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryou Commission. There is never any room for discussion. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking about? And just who do you think you're kidding? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here.
Und die steht da hinten und angelt sich ihr Leben zurecht. Das ist auch lustig. Denkt sich so, oh, was machen die denn da hinten? Ach, das kümmert mich nicht. Oh, hier ein Fisch.
Don't flatter yourself. What would you know?
Yoimiya, leave it. It was just my wishful thinking.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and watch when you haven't even done anything. Keisuke, you seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your way.
Ja, warte mal, fragt mich irgendjemand, ob ich kämpfen will?
If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. No more running from your feelings. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why you came back, no matter what the consequences are. You have to tell him everything. If you don't say anything now, you may never have another chance.
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryou Commission's punishment.
Yoimiya.
I accept. Let's settle this with a duel.
Okay, dann lass uns mal beginnen. Oh boy, warte doch mal eine Minute. Mann. Hier, kriegst direkt erstmal was ins Gesicht. Ich liebe ihn. Tschu. Ja, ich könnte sie... Ich weiß aber leider nicht, wie man sie nutzt. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Oh, okay. Vorbei. Da hat sie sich einfach aus meinem Team rausgeklinkt.
We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand down.
Ja, ich habe die Kiste immer noch nicht geholt.
Sorry.
Tschüss. Yoshitaka gerät in Panik.
Young lady, You are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was back then.
Ja, so ist das
Why
Leben,
were
ne?
you so convinced that we had things to say to each other?
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back, but he did order a firework from me. Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard the story, I realized that the firework meant something special to you both. And that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
The reason I came back is that I felt lost. It wasn't that I'd changed my mind, I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to escape from reality. I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of Fontaine. It all left a deep impression on me. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma, but then I happened to hear about the Sakoku decree. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world and bring them back home.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of changing the way things are here?
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that I never should have run away like that. After all, you never ran away.
Ja, okay, sagt endlich. Entschuldigung, küsst euch, was auch immer ihr machen wollt und dann lasst uns weitermachen.
I had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me and I couldn't ignore it any longer.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, and I desired nothing more than to see her will done. But now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate people's visions. It's not what I signed up for when I joined the Tenryou Commission. I do wonder.
Immer schön das Kleingedruckte
am I really
lesen.
doing the right thing?
Nein, machst du nicht. Punkt,
The
Punkt,
boat
Punkt.
is yours.
Oh.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
Ach, plötzlich, nachdem wir dir den Hintern versohlt haben, ha?
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long and complicated, but it can be done. I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait. And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. I won't. Any chance we can watch
Okay.
the fireworks together?
Maybe next time.
Sie haben sich wieder lieb. Sakurichos Boot fährt in unergründliche Stille ab. Ich habe den Namen falsch ausgesprochen, sorry.
I'll be
Glaube ich.
demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went through with it.
Dieses Boot. Punkt, Punkt, Punkt.
It's
Ich
the
liebe
one that
Punkte. Die
Sakujiro
mache ich auch
planned
ganz
on
oft.
using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage clause. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something I had planned all along. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my actions betrayed my intent.
But I think you did the right thing. And look, now you've managed to resolve the grievance in your heart by talking about it.
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive. You saw right into what I was thinking.
That's only because I know your parents so well. They're both really nice people, so I didn't think the apple would fall too far from the tree.
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless, maybe, but you live up to the family name.
Und quatscht
By the
viel.
way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off back then, right?
Nein.
Would you be able to make one
Nö.
for me?
Nö, ich hab schon längst Nein
no
gesagt.
can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid Sakujiro is the one with the slip.
Ha, Pech für dich.
I see. Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned that Sakujiro ordered a firework from me, didn't I? I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I'll make an exception and let you set it off instead.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And don't miss out on the start of the fireworks show.
Auch Imatami Kisuke geht.
Yoimiya, the way you took command of that whole situation was
Ja, das war voll krass.
What can I say? I like to talk.
Ja, ach nee.
In the power of words.
Das haben wir alle schon mitbekommen.
If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring at it without doing anything, eventually you'll watch every last opportunity to resolve it slip away before your eyes. Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship, but that's no reason to live with remorse. Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to watch the fireworks. My pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you.
Let's go! Wo müssen wir hin? Ah ja, geh zu dem Ort, wo du das Feuerwerk bewundern kannst. Ja, okay, da lang, alles klar. Da lang? Da lang. Muss ich da echt hochklettern, da hinten? Oh. Ich mag doch lieber Abkürzungen. Aber gut. Wir kriegen es hin. So. Okay, und dann hier hoch. Und dann sind wir gleich da. Und ich sehe was ihr nicht seht. Da ist... Wartet, wo ist es denn? Ich sehe es gar nicht. Hier ist doch irgendwo ein Elektrolukuli-lululul, wie die heißen. Lolol. Ein Lolol! Da oben ist er. Oh Gott, da kriege ich aber jetzt nicht hin. Oh, eine Statue!
Huh? Oh. Oh, it's... Keisuke.
Ihr werdet euch wiedersehen und dann könnt ihr heiraten oder so. Oder was auch immer ihr machen wollt, ist mir voll egal.
So, Yoimiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yoimiya?
Psst, sie redet mal gerade nicht. Halt die Klappe.
It was so beautiful I could weep. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed.
Es war sehr schön. Einmal mehr machen die Naganoharas ihren Namen aller Ehre. Wir machen das erste.
Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh.
Oh, Paimon saw it. It was one of the best ones. They won't forget that anytime soon.
That's what I wanted to hear. I was hoping it would leave a deep impression on you guys. No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the fireworks you saw tonight. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will only grow brighter and more beautiful in your heart. Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden firework again, just come and see me.
Danke für das Feuerwerk, danke für deine Freundlichkeit. Wir nehmen das zweite, glaube ich.
You know, Yoimiya, you seemed to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks. You were so quiet, and it was like you couldn't hear anything at all.
Ja, ist komisch, nicht wahr?
I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks. Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky feels like a sacred ceremony to me. You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yeah.
Nee, nein, ja, nein, ja.
Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, fireworks commemorate friendship. For Keisuke's parents, they commemorate marriage. And for Keisuke and Sakujiro, they were commemorating...
Unerschütterlicher Glaube, richtig? Das ist auch so ein Megawort, ne?
Oh yeah, right, beliefs.
As for me, To be honest, even though I've thought about it countless times before, I still haven't found an answer.
Seriously? Huh. Paimon was expecting something deep and philosophical.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance that I ended up learning this craft from my pops. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate watching fireworks with the things that are most precious to them. Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desires. But people's feelings don't just disappear, and it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody wanted to watch fireworks, then they wouldn't exist.
Das ist eine andere Art von Ewigkeit.
Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested in the existence of fireworks. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Traumhafte Zeitlosigkeit abgeschlossen. Wow, das war mal 1,5 Stunden Gequatsche, meine Lieben.
Not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking about, right? As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?
Und damit können wir die Hauptquest weiterspielen. Yeah! Es geht weiter! Aber ich mache hier wieder einen Cut, beziehungsweise wir machen wieder die Errungenschaften und ich habe 2 blaue Kugeln, die wir benutzen können. Und das machen wir jetzt noch ganz fix. Also, ich habe hier einmal Auge um Auge. Kümmere dich um diese lästigen Seepocken. Ich glaube, das war in Fontaine, als ich heimlich, also nicht mehr heimlich, ihr habt die erste Folge schon gesehen, von Seixis fantastische Abenteuer gemacht habe. Dann haben wir hier noch Erkundung des Landes, Land der harmonischen Quellen, Teil 3. Schalte die Karten vom Bezirk Morte und weit von Irenes in der Region von um Fontaine frei. So. Und ich glaube, das war's dann. Schade, das ging sehr schnell. Naja, okay. Und dann haben wir hier noch 2 schicke Kugeln. Let's go! Vielleicht kommt ja was Nettes. Oh ja, ich sehe es schon. Richtig blau. Das ist super nett. Okay, let's go! Lila? Gib mir wenigstens lila. Okay. Ich sollte öfter betteln. Ningwung! Sie habe ich noch gar nicht. Okay, wartet. Stopp. Zurückdrehen, bitte. Welche Charaktere habe ich schon? Ich habe fast gar keine, weil ich hier immer nur Waffen kriege. Oh mein Gott, wir haben Ningguang, der heimliche Fünfer. Sie sollte mein Fünfer werden. Muss ich mal ganz kurz, kleine Background-Story. Background-Story, ja. Englisch kann ich auch nicht, aber das wisst ihr ja. Ningguang sollte ursprünglich mal tatsächlich ein Fünfer werden. Und auch ihr Ult ist animiert. Ich bin der Meinung, der ist animiert. Oder bin ich jetzt doof? Weil eben es vorher oder vorgesehen war, dass sie kein 4er-Charakter ist. Aber sie ist einer geworden. Und verdammte Kiste. Man merkt, dass sie eigentlich als 5er gedacht war. Die ist unglaublich stark. Ich habe sie sehr, sehr lange benutzt gehabt. So. Aber das war's jetzt wieder mit dieser Aufnahme. Ich danke dir vielmals, dass du diese Folge durchgestanden hast. Wie gesagt, war eine nette Folge und auch die davor mit Yomi, aber die quasselt einfach so unglaublich viel. Nicht, dass ich nicht so viel quasseln würde, aber wenn ich es mache, muss ich mir ja nicht selbst dabei zuhören, ne? Okay, das war meine Hexenlache zum Schluss. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Part wieder von Genshin Impact und bis dahin, ihr Lieben, bye bye!